Hey everybody. That's right, Predator 2. Arrow the Acrobat. Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday. There's a second Predator game because there's a second Predator movie. Danny Glover. 1990. Don't remember it? It's good. Maybe better. Predator's Day Out. Well, look at Arrow snowboarding. That looks good. Good. Looks good. This is a very Jaguar kind of game. It's a Genesis game. Arrow wasn't good before, but it really does feel a lot like Bubsy Jaguar and those other Jaguar platformers. And looks like it too. Alphys, thanks for the sub, man. Extreme0's ridiculous clock. Look at that thing. Predator 2 is a top-down twin-stick shooter kind of thing, where your goal is to rescue hostages, because in that movie, you're a police officer of some sort. I can't remember exactly what, but it starts with him fighting a gang, trying to rescue some dudes, trying to deal with the crime. And then the Predator shows up and kind of distracts him a little bit with the skinned bodies and all. Very annoying when you're trying to solve a case and aliens show up looking for a hunt. So the rest of the movie turns into that. The first stage of Arrow the Acrobat 2 shouldn't be too bad. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start that clock. There it goes. Arrow the Acrobat has an intense soundtrack. You know what? I'm gonna pause this and play some stuff I just found on YouTube. On a really good cover of some Chrono Trigger stuff. That's better. That fits what's going on here. This is by Satiros02. Get a keyboard cover of this song with various keyboard settings. Sounds better than the original, honestly. Collecting stuff won't do them any good. They need to get to the exit. Though I'm not sure if there's a way to open up the exit that has to be done, you know? I don't know the answer to that. That might be the case. Extreme0 already done. Nice work. IvyIV as well. Minimal acrobating going on here. I should have made him go for completion. Let's throw that piece of crap out of here. Move on to the real stuff. If you thought that was too fast. I probably should have made him do more in Bell Castle, but these other two are pretty mean. That's the morale boosting freebie. And they ended up doing it at exactly the same speed. This is probably the worst of the 3 games. Predator 2 isn't that bad. It's not as bad as Predator 1. This game has minimal value. It's not impossible to win, but it certainly is tedious. There's boots. Those shoes, if you would you like me to go into Looney Tunes lore for you? Because I can tell you about the one episode where Porky Pig goes to a castle and the leprechauns are there and they make him put on the dancing shoes because they don't really like him. I don't really know why. They just kind of thought he was a jerk. They didn't want him to stay in the night. That's that entire episode. It's that, and that's that one time, I think. So they just have that enemy as a reference to that one time. That bat is actually not from Porky Pig at all. He's from Bugs Bunny, but I'm a cartoon historian. It's a bunch of weird things in this game. I'm looking to beat the ghost here. Take solace that Arrow the Acrobat is finished. And I won't be able to use it again. Unless I use the first one. Right? Yeah. Arrow the Acrobat was practically speedran by these two. I don't know if they played it before. It took me a couple minutes to do level 1. I only wanted like a 5-minute challenge for Arrow the Acrobat 2. They did it in less than 2 minutes. They really found their way fast. Ivy is stuck in this jump trying to figure out the way. Onward. Yeah, if you stand still in this game, Porky makes angry expressions at you. So he doesn't like to waste time. He doesn't like to burn the clock. There's these spiders. I don't recognize these. My history lessons have failed me. Possible that they exist only in this game. Unlikely, though, I feel like. That full heal. How do you feel about the... I always like this revolution effect. The SNES and NES did it a lot. It seemed like. Good bonus area. Unfortunately, Ivy wasted a lot of time doing it. Didn't realize that was not the right way. Extreme0 has quite a lead. And you know why? It's because of this goofy Daffy Duck scare thing that makes him jump up there. Kind of confuses the way you're supposed to go in the level. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Just this, like, very non-linear exit method. Like an elevator almost. Just shows up. I think Predator 2 is pretty good, actually, for a NES game. It's way better than the first one, but it's not very friendly. Beating just a couple levels will make it look pretty nice, so I think this race is going to give people the impression that Predator 2 is pretty good. I think people are going to feel like it's the best one in this pack, even though I didn't make them play Aero the Acrobat very much at all. That game's out. Obviously is not a great one. I don't like it. If you jump on these slopes, you just kind of start falling, so you have to jump again real quick. These two aren't too far away. I think they're in the same area now. Extreme0 got a head start. Oh, jeez. Extreme0 is really low on lives. Hope that doesn't bite him. That would suck. Ivy's doing fine. Going slower. So, I did run through this whole game. There's the boss we're looking for. As soon as he's dead, Extreme0 can move on. Which tells me that Ivy is also really close. They need to jump on his head after he pulls his hat off. That's the ticket. So as soon as they figure that out, they'll be pretty easily dealing with him. Pretty standard platformer boss. There's some damage. Nothing special. All the bosses in this game are similar to that. Ivy took a death there trying to figure out the way. Uh-oh. Took a fall. We're gonna jump right into downwell with these two right after this, by the way. Falling here just resets your progress. Really annoying. It happened to Ivy. You just go left, you take an elevator ride all the way back up. Also means you can't die on this section where he doesn't have a lot of health, so Ivy is, oh. Rookie's not doing too hot. Predator 2 has appeared. Thankfully, this game is generous. It's not a hard game, it's just... it feels awful, so there's gonna be plenty of hearts. Yeah, a full heal for Ivy. Anyway, here's Predator. Predator 2's primary objective in every stage that we're playing here is to find and rescue the hostages. I believe underneath Extreme0's clock is a hostage counter. He knows how many hostages he needs to find. The arrow points to them. It is a twin-stick shooter without either stick. You have a D-pad, and you have a shoot button. That's, it's one of those, so think, you know, top-down Contra kind of level. It's basically that, the entire game. If you sit still, the Predator will kill you. But that's pretty unlikely. That's honestly an extremely minor concern. Very, very unlikely are you going to get caught by him. So it's really just these cars, these taxis with dudes in them are actually the boss. They're just really tanky, and they have a guy in them shooting at you. So that's the ticket. Kill that, and then you're moving forward. That's progress. Save the hostages, move on. That's the goal. There's a door that opens up when you rescue the hostages. There's one behind that cab. There's a lot of different power-ups and stuff, but nothing really worth writing about, you know? Like, just, like, shotguns and stuff. I don't know what the point of the drugs are. Like, when you kill the cab or any of these guys, they drop, like, cigarettes and stuff, which apparently is drugs. It's drug squad, and it doesn't do anything. I guess it's just for score. Extreme0 has been killed, but their hostage count stays. So that carries over between lives. As long as he doesn't completely run out of lives, he's in good shape. This game basically took the first 10 minutes of Predator 2 and made an entire game out of it. It feels like. Because as far as I saw, and I went a little ways in, we're still fighting these gangsters, which, you know, they were there. They just weren't... The Predator was killing them for fun. Actively hunting them down. It wasn't really Danny Glover. He was too, it's his job, but he was like... He was definitely more interested in the serial killer alien. It's been a while since I've seen this movie, but I just don't remember the criminal aspect too heavily. It's... I know it was there. I know Danny's a cop of some kind of detective. I don't remember exactly what. Maybe he's in the drug squad, I guess. I don't know. Apparently. Ah, Ivy got taken up by that stupid taxi cab, man. You have to kind of duck and weave these bullets, which is the thing to do when you're getting shot at, is dodge bullets. They smashed. Thanks for the sub, man. This is not a long challenge. It could be a little annoying if they run out of lives, though.
Drug squad.
Drug squad. Drug squad. It's honestly pretty good because it is very waypointed. It's very clear what your goal is. It's always telling you the hostage is left, the hostage is right, the exit's north. It will always point you in the direction of the nearest one. Ivy's trying to figure out how to open that gate, but the answer is to kill these jerks first. I think. Oh, you gotta save the hostage. Okay. Don't want to miss him. If this game didn't have such clear waypointing, it would really be awful. It would be way too confusing. Anyway, on the screens on this city level, on left right now, you can see the, if you're familiar with Predator, you know he has these 3 dots that he uses to aim his arm cannon thing.
Love the content, man. Keep up the good work.
Hey, Raven, thanks for sub, dude. If they stand in that for too long, I don't know how long too long is, but if they stand in it for too long, the Predator will kill them. That's the only time you'll see him in this whole challenge. Is just he's invisible and he's sniping, and that's his reticule. Ivy hanging on to life. Oh man, full heal. They do get some pretty decent gun upgrades that they might as well use. That machine gun's pretty crappy. Like, they get grenades to throw and big old machine gun. The helicopter they have to fight can be destroyed in one shot with the grenades, I think. It just kind of leaves. Doesn't like being bombed. You get body armor for full heals. I think they're both in level 3. This is gonna be close. Is Extreme0 game over? Or are they in level 3 as well? I guess that's the question. I do like this game okay. Compared to the first Predator, when I told people they were playing Predator, they were freaking out. They thought it would be that piece of shit again, but it's better than that, at least, you know. It's not great, but it's like Commando. It looks like Extreme0 did game over, unfortunately, so if Ivy can pull this off, and they've got a lot of lives, somehow they've got 3 Danny Glovers, which is enough Danny Glovers to save the world. Last movie I saw him in was with what's his name, and they were the badasses, and they were like 70 years old. It was pretty goofy. I can't remember the other guy's name. He's that dude who's in a lot of stuff too. Running out of Danny Glovers real fast. Actually, gotta be a little bit more evasive here. These guys are all over the place. No, it wasn't one of the Lethal Weapons. It was a movie called Badasses, and it's that guy who's always Danny Trejo. Is that his name? Yeah, I think that's him. They just go around together beating people up. That's what it is. Oh man, I hope we get some armor for Danny. Shit. Game over. Oh, jeez. Ivy's back to the start. Couldn't pull it off. I gotta be honest, I didn't expect a game over. Kill. But both players had a game over. You have a lot of resources at the end. Kind of get the hang of this by level 3. I did anyway. I had more trouble with level 1 where I didn't get any upgrades. The body armor is a full heal. They start giving it to you. They are allowed to use the password if they want. They just decided not to write it down. For the record, you know, that's in-game checkpointing. That's how this game does it. They use passwords. If they had a password, I didn't notice either. But like, I would have let them. I would have let them in Arkanoid too. Looks like there was a password, yeah. Extreme0 is doing way better this time. Got multiple Danny Glovers. Ivy was in the same position though. Did not pull it off, so we'll see, I guess. They're going into the next level with all their lives. It's hostage quest. You don't really need to fight anything except vehicles. Such a retro-looking game. Extreme0 having trouble with this level again. This level's tearing everybody apart. That is, I believe, the boss. I remember fighting this thing. It's evasion. I think we might have a winner here. Can you beat the Zap truck? He hasn't taken a single hit yet. Hey, Boogie Boy, thanks for the sub, man. The gift. Predator's getting mean. That's gonna do it. Subway is not necessary. Extreme0 is finished. Ivy came in here with 5 glovers, an army of glovers. Just not soon enough, just not in time. They got stuck in Porky Pig a little longer, too. You got a problem with... Wait, you got a problem with this? No, these are great. Hello. Came in to defend Predator 2.
It's not that bad, actually.
Bullshit. It's horrible.
What?
Everybody played a lot of twin stick shooters, but that was just... I don't know, it just didn't feel like too fluid for me.
We weren't using the grenades enough.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Every time I tried to pick up a weapon, it kept disappearing.
You have an inventory to cycle through. I don't remember what button it is. You have like...
There's an inventory? There's a fucking inventory.
Yeah, sure.
Press each cycle through weapons.
You've got like 10 guns. You got a machine gun.
That, you still won.
It helps a lot to just like, oh, there's a helicopter, 1 grenade actually, and it's leaving.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking before, you know, just if I can get a grenade, I can just get past it easily, but,
Well, you definitely don't throw your weapons away, you keep them all. I just, I don't know how you cycle them, but there's a button. That would have been useful. Also, neither of you used the password. A winner could have changed there, because password's illegal.
Was it?
It was. You made it.
I was about to use the password, but I weren't sure.
I mean, we both fought the fair fight, though, you know? We just both agreed, I think, not to use any passwords, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, no, if I knew, then I absolutely would have.
Oh, you... Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Well, I'll make that clear in my next one. Anyway, you're ready for downwell?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Let me get that stuff sorted out.
Yeah, we'll just jump right into that. I'll head right on back up there. By the way, folks, these two are playing downwell. I'm just gonna move right over to downwell. Just so happens that these two play against each other in downwell as well, so same players. It's just it just panned out that way. I didn't design it that way or anything. It's just the way it went. Geico's down in the well. Extreme0 has beaten Ivy, which is going to upset the brackets a lot because I think Ivy won last time. They are now out of the tournament. Let me take a look at that actually while we're waiting to set up. Predictions. How many people just lost some points? It looks like Scorian is in the lead with their prediction. But they also picked Ivy to win the whole thing. I'm waiting to hear the word. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 30 minutes countdown. Have some downwell action. From random games to games they've practiced. I hope. How we doing here? Extreme0's thing is messing with me. Hold on a second. There. Now I can see his health bar. Extreme0 is not able to run downwell very well, it looks like. I think he's trying to fix it. They might be retrying. Let me see. Let me make sure they're on the same page. We're gonna restart. Just give him a chance to fix his thing. Nope. Down while lagging. What the? Okay, he's gonna restart, so we're gonna take a short break. Let me switch pages while we wait here. So wiped out. Did anyone see the super blue blood moon last night? Because I did. I didn't get any sleep. Well, Cloudy, you're supposed to drive 200 miles to get a clear view. Super blue blood moon, yeah. No, you missed it if you didn't. It was 12 hours ago is when you would have seen it. It was very big, it was very bright, and it was very orange. All three of those things were true at one moment about 12 hours ago. Which is uncommon. You can see any one of those three individually multiple times in your life, but all three at once, that's only happened once every couple centuries. And if it's orange for you, depends on when you're located at. I think the further west you are, the better your chances of it being orange. But you should have at least seen a large and bright one. That is pretty global, I think. It was pretty neat to see that in the middle of the night. Need to slowly remove the slower Final Fantasy songs out of my playlist because I don't like them. Better. Haha, that extreme smelly. I didn't see a blood moon, but I saw the big glowing moon all night long. It was always there. Like from 10 p.m. to 6 when I finally fell asleep, it was still there. Glowing and being huge. I didn't see the orange part. I don't know if I would have. I heard I wouldn't, so I didn't check. We are ready. Restart. Three, 2, 1, go. From the top, 30 minutes. Falling down. That pace. Triple shot laser. We're starting to get towards the matches that have hard mode on them. One person's already in that bracket. This is our last round of non-hard mode. Round 3. We still have one round 1 match to go. That really needs to be done. And then a couple of round 2. We only played one round 3 match. There's only 8 of those though. it'll be the last 7 matches that are hard mode. So 30 non, 7 hard. Looking forward to it. And we're pretty far into this thing, so I think we've played 20. They're about 20, maybe a little less. Catacombs 1 with Ivy. First one there. Hey there, Boogie Boy. I saw some really neat Bubsy art from Japan that cost $400 though. On a poster. In the wrong style, the wrong art style. The too good art style that he doesn't usually get treatment for. Speaking of art, man. I'm paying top dollar for a gift to myself. The kind of thing I rarely ever get. But I felt like I should have something that makes me stand out a little bit at conventions. And I felt like treating myself to a bag designed by I Paint Creatures. So I sent him a canvas bag to draw on, and he's been working on that sucker for a month, and it is going to be extremely good. I can't wait to have it. I'm going to get it next week and show it off on stream. It looks so damn nice. He painted all over that thing, soaked it, man. It is so good. It's covered in snails. Arcade Pit. There's a Bubsy on there. Catsworth's on there like 3 times. A snail dragon. It's so good looking, dude. I can't wait to show it off. A bag covered in paintings by a guy named I Paint Creatures. Anyway. He told me it's the kind of paint that lasts a while and he's gonna proof it as best he can. He said as long as I don't drop it in the pool, you know, sit in the rain with it, it should be pretty good. Should be lasting a long, long time. He knows his paints better than I do. There's Aquifer. Aquifer 1. Ivy's really moving fast. The Apple Man's name is Rad Daly. He's been in a couple movies too. Like The A-Team as himself. What a career. Ivy is doing really well staying at full health while going fast as heck. Extreme0 is doing okay. Not really keeping pace though. They're starting to get really far behind. Because Ivy's moving so fast. Normally, Extreme0 would be doing fine, but their opponent is really ready for this race. Getting revenge for that Predator 2 that just happened. Ivy was the crowd favorite to win this whole thing. The Mist tournament, that is. Because the last time went all the way. And in the A-Team, he was Agent Rad Daly. Didn't I say that? He played himself as an agent named Rad Daly. He was there as a non-important agent. He wasn't like Murdoch or somebody. You know, he was just one of the goons. I was taking advantage of that exploding stomp perk. Taking a couple hits here though, but they got a combo that's gonna heal them some. Just don't go too hard. Just don't get killed. You hate to see that. They're at full health again. That recovery is being calculated just right. No, his name is Rad Daily. You can. It is. It's a good name. I don't know that the apple has a name, but the actor is named Rad Daily. I haven't seen very many of those commercials lately. So Ivy is committed to this idea of not overstocking the HP, using it instead to heal whenever they get hit. Just get that HP back. Just putting it in storage, getting to the boss with 4 HP. If you're confident with that, I feel like this plan works better. But you can't really tank the boss too much. The reason I feel like it works better is you're stopping less. Tanking the boss does add up pretty quick, though. You're stopping less and you're worrying less about combo in general. You got 25 pretty easily, and you just don't have to kill anything then. You can just keep on falling until you take a hit. That is probably the fastest way to do Limbo. It's pretty safe. Got an apple, 5 HP. Extreme0 is still working on Aquifers, trying to get down there, but Ivy is really rolling through. A little over 8 minutes here. It's pretty likely that they'll end up with 6 HP anyway. Yeah. They're probably not going to get 7, and they know that, I think. And do they really need 7? I don't think they do. Not with 25 laser shots. 32, actually. That's a lot of lasers. They're at the boss almost here, and it's only been 9 minutes. Keeping pace with some of the fastest times we've seen. I think the fastest we've seen was the game being cleared in about 10 minutes. The boss does take a while no matter what. I think hard mode's really going to shake things up, though. But that 70 combo, just sitting on it. The problem with just falling and taking the hit is iframes don't last very long in this game. If you can get that candle, unquestionably the right move with this playstyle. Because that iframe then lasts like 3 seconds. I don't know if he has candle or not. Ivy's at the boss. She shouldn't have any trouble here. With laser and 6 HP, looks like a win to me. Might take a little while though. It's another minute. My dog and cat have come in to bother me while I try and cast this. Dog trying to steal my pizza, cat trying to steal my attention. It's not gonna work. Oh man, Ivy is taking some lumps here. Goes for machine gun. Took a hit getting it though. Not worth it ultimately. They do need to play a little bit more careful here. I hate to see a death at this point. 2 HP. They gotta do the aquifer still. They're only half done. This is not an intense enough song for what we got going on here. That's not it either. Where's that? There you go. Laser with a heart. Nice. This looks solid now. It was a little questionable a minute ago. Ivy's got that win. That's one. I'm gonna count them down. Letting Ivy save their cat before we start. I'm throwing mine out before we start. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Animals tossed. We did it. Mission complete. How's the race going? I was taking some hits. Where are the players at here? That's what I'm trying to deduce. Cavern 3? Probably both of them are on Caverns 3. About the same place, I think. Caverns is really not very long. It adds up to be about 90 seconds to 3 minutes, somewhere in that neighborhood, depending on how fast you're going. Ivy's through it in 2. Entering the catacombs here. That's where the game slows down a little bit. These levels start taking a little longer. Ivy taking all the hits. Almost ate it on that candle there. Gotta be careful getting out of here. Need to find some HP. Made it through Catacombs 1 though. Crawled through. Not getting any heals, not getting any help from the game right now. Need to survive. No damage mode engaged. Extreme0 is right behind. A death here is gonna be really bad. There's a burst with a heart on it. Need to get that HP back up to where it belongs. Ivy is taking very aggressive perks. I don't know if they had much choice, but they keep ending up with the exploding stomp and stuff like that. Very nice for speed. It doesn't help you to stay alive very much. There's a triple with a heart on it. They're getting back up there. They're really close to overloading their HP too. Extreme0 has a much better HP situation. But they are about one area behind at this point. Both players are really into the weapon swapping thing. Taking full advantage of arm spin style. Aquifer time. Youth is going to give some upgrades and 1 HP back. It's not too bad to pick up at this point. It's a little on the later side, but it's still an HP back if nothing else. You're probably going to get at least 1 good perk out of it. The problem is that it costs a perk to get it. So you're kind of giving up 1 already for that choice, so you really want to get that early. Machine gun. Ivy's health is nearly back up to full. Cannot complete that 25 combo, maybe they're not going for it. There's knife and fork and candle. I think they picked candle, but it's hard to say. Knife and fork would be good too, but candle's really going to pay off in limbo if they go for that. And the boss. We'll see, I guess. I'll be able to tell if they have a knife and fork. But I don't think they do. I think they took candle. Yeah, they don't have a knife and fork. Very clearly. Invuln time. Now they got the laser with a heart. Aquifer for Extreme0. So the candle does just boost your invuln time tremendously. It sounds like something that isn't great, but when you're trying to go fast and you can just fall, taking a hit turns out to pay off big time. And you don't take 2 in a row ever either. You really get a help from that. Aquifer 3. People who might be annoyed that Ivy has chosen to skip knife and fork, she knows what she's doing actually, because like it's too late for that. You're not going to get an opportunity. This is like the last area to eat corpses. Might get like 1 HP back. I just hope they don't get eaten here because they're really close to dead. A knife and fork might have solved that problem. They need to get this combo. Their life may depend on getting this combo. They're hanging in there. Turtle, that's it. That's 1 HP back. There's 2. They're back in there just like that. Just 1 to 3 instantly. That's going to be really nice to have that backup health. There's that hit that they were dodging for so long. They finally took it. Going into limbo, I feel a little safer with that. Extreme0 with 5 out of 7 HP, really in a good place, but has to catch up an entire third of an area. See if Ivy can stay alive for the rest of limbo. Shotgun, only 4 shots, not a whole lot of energy this time. Puncher, that'll be a lot easier to use. I think it's 2 shots each pretty much on these. If they do jump on the little ground, they create an explosion that'll kill these guys too. Pretty nice. There's a combo. They took a hit. They're gonna get it back though. Laser heart, that's full health. Oh, it didn't trigger the combo release when they stopped at the edge. That's too bad. Would have been nice to do that. There's not a place to land really, except for those side passages and the entrance. So they're just gonna have to go overboard a little bit here. 5 HP. Extreme0 is suddenly extremely not in good shape. What happened over there? Extreme0 needs to hold on and get his health back. You do not want to take a death in limbo. That's almost a forfeit at this point. The other player walking to the exit, beating the game, is all it would take to beat you if that happens. There's Noppy. The HP is really the important part there. Machine gun. Ivy's getting that energy back up, getting that heal. Ivy was in really bad shape, like as bad as could be getting to this area, but they have recovered. They got their energy sky high. They look way better now for the fight than they did coming in here, because I wasn't sure if they were going to take it or not. That death was looking really imminent, but now it's looking pretty far away.
Let's look at the funk.
Laser. Extreme0 has recovered as well. They do still have some distance to make up, though. Having to recover your health is a very time-consuming thing. They're full. Now, Ivy has enough money. They can just buy something at the shop, too. They're gonna keep the laser. That's a good move there. There's a store. Buys out the entire store. Might as well, but really, they're not going to get 6 HP. They don't have any way to do that. Not unless they grab knife and fork and went crazy, or even that probably wouldn't work too well. They'd have to find heart power-ups in this fight. Oh. Nice. This is going pretty well. You don't want to take too many hits in stage 1, but like, if you took 1 each, you'd still be okay, especially with the candle. Extreme0 has caught up though. He did good work catching up. I guess Ivy had to take it slow too in Limbo because they were really in bad shape. They have the laser though, Extreme0 does not, and they are also 1 phase ahead. This could go either way, but Ivy definitely has an advantage. If Ivy gets taken out here, Extreme0 is very likely to win this point. And they are not doing great. They have triple now, which isn't the best weapon. Laser's definitely better, but they wanted that HP. I understand that. Shotgun for Extreme0. It's a little closer to what he wants, but not quite. Really got to get in boss's face to use that. Would really like to see Ivy get something other than triple. I don't like that gun. At least it does a decent job killing the minions. So you usually don't take too many hits with that. From those, at least. But it is annoying. Ammo is a concern. You might run out of ammo and just fall into the boss. Something like that was probably how you'll take damage. There's Noppy. Is Noppy better? Well, the turret will shoot more, right? Yeah. Noppy will work. I think I'd rather have Noppy than triple. I'd be able to stay in the air better, at least with that, and not take damage. And that's exactly what Ivy needs right now, because they are nearly dead. Just like the boss is nearly dead. Noppy victory gain coming here? Looks like it. 1 HP though. A little bit more to go. That's it. Ivy with the 1 HP victory. Jeez. Heart attack city. That's gonna be it. How's Extreme0 doing on the left? Still in phase 2. Having some trouble. And it's probably shotgun related, because that is a dangerous gun to use. With that, Ivy will be moving on to round 3 to play Volt Catfish. Volt Catfish is in round 3 by default because Ribbon did not manage to make the tournament, so he had to forfeit. I want to see if Extreme0 can pull off this win with the machine gun. It looks likely, but only 2 HP. Yep, at least he's killed the boss. Nice work. We'll see the Volt Catfish and Ivy match at some point when they schedule that. And for now, that's all I have for today for matches. I'll probably be streaming something myself, but I might take a break. Let me see what's up on Link to the Past. Nothing recently. Looks like I missed one at 3. That says to me that they're probably going to do another one soon, though. I want to see how they're doing in that race. Looks like they're nearly done, yeah. So I might be on in like 20 minutes if they decide to do another one. Otherwise, I'll probably be on later tonight doing something else entirely. Who knows? At this point, right? I'm not sure. We'll see. My next game, next match is like... I actually don't have any scheduled. We're gonna need to get some Downwell and Mystery Tournament scheduled. I'm out. This is the last one I had, so we need to get some scheduling going on and figure out when these people are gonna play, because we're only half done with both these tournaments. Downwell still has 20 matches to go, a little less than 20, I think 18. I'm not exactly sure. I don't keep track of that number too well, as I do the brackets themselves. Mystery Tournament also 50% done. It's going to slow down a little bit as we move towards the back half as far as matches go. We're going to put them on when we can, but like, can't do too much about it. Running 2 tournaments at once is a little hectic, especially when they're both in the first phase, but now that we move to the back half, things are a little different. Things are a little slower. Tomorrow, Patreon Marathon. I'll be on probably starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. I might start earlier than that if I feel like it, but 2 p.m. Eastern is going to be my... I'm going to make sure that I am up and trying to start at least that late. I might be late, but unlikely. I'll probably start at 2, and I will move for at least 8 hours minimum. I usually go for at least 8, sometimes 12, sometimes 30, depends on how I'm feeling. I don't like to get sick over it. I like to just do 2 marathons in the case of... If I only do 8, I usually do 2 8s, because I don't like doing 8 either. But I don't also like doing 20. We'll see. But I got some games going on for that. If you're a sub or a patron, make sure you have voted on what games you want to see. But I think I got the idea of what people want. Ron Pit will be there for sure, and other stuff. I'll see you tomorrow, if not later tonight. But I will be on later tonight. Take it easy, folks.